Alright, let me know if you can hear me. Oh, that's the thumbs up? Yo, so check it out. I listened to that coming out. That Joe Budden podcast, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what? I should be screen recording this. One day this might be cool, man, you know what I mean? To look back on and laugh, especially if things change, you know what I'm saying? But I listened to the Joe Budden podcast, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I can agree with some of the stuff that he said, and I definitely disagree with some of the stuff that he said, you know what I mean? Like, for one, I don't think that when he said that M don't have no content, how did that make you feel? Over the last decade, M hasn't dropped any content. He just been rhyming words. Do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, that that's the real, or is that how y'all feel out there? Because me, I'm a recovering alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? I'm a recovering alcoholic. I go to AA meetings sometimes, you know, when I got the time. They got a 12-step program, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of things going on in that world of just recovery that Eminem has covered over the past 10 years since his sobriety that definitely spoke to me. That's content to me. There's plenty of songs that I felt like he was speaking directly to me. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rhyming a bunch of words for no that meant nothing. He was speaking to me. So I disagree with Joey on that one. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with him on that. Like, real talk. You see what I'm saying? There's some things that I agree with what Joe said. Hold on, man. I can't see shit. There's some shit that I agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Joe said he left, he exit stage right, I was happy. I was happy that he admitted that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things, I just respectfully try to just stay out of giving up too much information that I believe that should be shared with you from the horse's mouth. See what I'm saying? So when he said he dipped out of the situation, I was happy about that because now we could talk about, you know, Shady Records invested money into our first album, Welcome to Our House, right? They invested money again into Glass House, right? I got paid. I can't speak for everybody else. There's a lot of people involved when you do an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people involved when you're making an album. You got producers, you got artwork, you got engineers, you got, you know, A&Rs, you got features, you might be paying live musicians. There's a lot of people. I can't speak for whoever, what they got paid or didn't get paid. I got paid. So let's put that to bed. Let's put the narrative that Shady didn't pay the group. Well, I know I got paid. See what I'm saying? So that's one. But I'm glad he said that he dipped off, because my original point is, now we can talk about certain stuff. Mentally, he bounced. He left the label. He left Slaughterhouse. But he didn't communicate that with us. If we brothers, we supposed to sit down at the table and talk. Communication run the nation. We know that. We supposed to sit down and talk. Because if you don't let us know that you out mentally, you in a space where this ain't working for me no more, and you disappear, we still thinking that it's still a group. We still thinking that there's a chance that the album is still coming out. We still believing that, you know, there's a way to fix things or any problems, or, you know, and we still working. You know what I'm saying? We still flying out to Detroit, flying to New York. For me, leaving Cali, putting in work in the studio for an album that's never gonna come out because Joe already left mentally. He just didn't tell nobody. If he would have told us, I would have been like, all right, cool, well, shit. No need for me to go flying out to Detroit and to New York and having all these meetings and conference calls and doing all this shit, trying to make sure that the ball is moving on Slaughterhouse, Glass House, whatever. There's no need. He's not in. He's not feeling it. Cool. But he didn't do that. And I'm glad he admitted that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. So, anyway, me and Royce put together a lot of music for Slaughterhouse that y'all never heard. You know what I mean? We put a lot of music together. We met up in Detroit. All of us were supposed to be in Detroit. It ended up being just me and Royce. And so we said, you know what? Maybe they'll come around later. We about to just go ahead and dig in, and we put together a bunch of records that we could potentially add to Glass House because Glass House was getting dated, and a bunch of records that we could use for potential EPs or mixtapes just to give y'all music. We put that work in the dead of winter. You know what I'm saying? In Heaven Studios. Working all night, round the clock. You know what I mean? Away from my crib. And that's the thing. It's like I'm working round the clock, but my guy, he not mentally invested no more. You feel me? So since he not mentally invested no more, it's kind of hard. We not getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. This phone wilding, man. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that he admitted that because communication is key. You know what I'm saying? Communication is key. Hold on, man. Wow. I don't know. This shit is wilding. Anyway, communication is key. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real glad that he admitted that. You know what I mean? Because that lets you know that there was no communication. You feel me? And I agreed with him on that. And he even said, by his own admission too, that we felt like he should have told us sooner. That's real talk. You know what I mean? That's real talk. He should have told us sooner. You feel me? What else? I'm also glad that he admitted that he had been feeling a certain way about him. I'm glad that he admitted that he was feeling a certain way about him for a while. You know why? Because y'all was coming at me, not just y'all, but certain people. Y'all was coming at me. A lot of people was coming at me saying, "Yo, why you taking up for M? You caping for M. You caping for Shady." When I'm sorry, y'all. When Joe did his revival criticism, you know what I'm saying? See, I knew something that the public didn't know. I knew that there was something there that Joe had an issue with the label and M